Hello, FBA members. First, let me tell you how impressed I am with your ability to elect district chairs. They're absolutely outstanding representatives and great people. Our board meeting was filled with great discussion and ideas as we navigated through all of the issues facing FBA. And just a quick reminder that all the board meetings are streamed on the FBA President YouTube channel, and past meetings are available on that channel as well. As we look to next year, the board is moving ahead as if current trends in our state will continue. So these decisions are based on the idea that the state of Florida will continue to open up, and many of us will be conducting our classes in person, and we will be able to have face-to-face MPAs. Of course, if this suddenly changes, the bylaws do allow the president to make emergency changes as necessary. So first, an overall point. Any director may elect comments only for any large group MPA performance as long as that decision is reported to the district chair 10 days before the event for this coming year. All state auditions are going to be face-to-face. The All-State Committee does have alternate plans ready if we find that certain parts of the states are still under restrictions that would make this impossible. Our first MPA of the year, of course, is marching MPA. Everything will stay the same as it is in our current handbook. 5 to 10 minute shows, the same judging rubrics. Now, the one change is if a band chooses not to participate in any adjudicated marching activities this year, there will not be a penalty. There is a simple form that can be filled out. For solo ensemble and auxiliary MPA, all solo ensemble events will be face-to-face. All of the handbook rules governing solo ensemble and auxiliary events will be in effect, with the exception that any event may perform for comments only, and this decision may be made up to the time of the event. Just a quick moment to remind everyone that these are based on current trends, but if we find that travel restrictions are still in effect in certain parts of the state, we can always modify. For concert MPA, we will be face-to-face, and for classifications, everyone's required classification will be moved down one level from what it would be in the current version of the handbook. The request classification process will stay the same. Classification forms will be due at your third district meeting, which will allow each of us as much time as possible to assess our programs and decide if we need to request a classification. And while we're on the topic of classification, it is very clear that we as a membership body feel that it is time to seriously examine the current classification system. While many of us agree that standards are critical to the success and validity of our band programs in the state of Florida, many of us are not sure that the current classification system is a valid standard by which to assess bands. With that in mind, I will be heading a special task force dedicated to the examination of the classification system, as well as possible alternatives to our current practice of using school size as the determination of required music grade levels. We want to make sure that we have many opportunities for membership input. We are going to hold 2 virtual town hall meetings across the summer, as well as another in the fall. We can definitely add meetings if necessary. We will also be asking each district to take time to discuss the issue at your first meeting. There will also be a session at FMEA dedicated to this issue. Finally, the task force will be putting forward possible options for modification to the classification system, or even an entirely different system, for discussion at your third FBA meeting. Then, taking all of this input from our membership, the task force will make a recommendation to the board at the May 2022 board meeting to be voted on and enacted for the 2022-2023 school year. If the board votes to change the system, we will vote on the proposal again at the summer board meeting and finally at the 2022 general membership meeting at our summer conference. Now, in this video, I've moved through everything very, very quickly, and there's not much about the rationale of these decisions. But if you have questions, I encourage you to go back and watch the YouTube videos of the May board meeting where hours of discussion on each of these issues took place. I hope your year is ending wonderfully and you are so excited about next year. I know that I am. Looking forward to seeing all of you very soon.